podcast where we are going to introduce and talk with different business owners around the world about their experiences, their learning, and how things are going on in their life. And it is going to be quite interesting one. As you all know, it is a part of a community, and now it is going to be live on my YouTube. And I'm very much super excited about the very first episode of Buzz with Me with you all today. So today we are going to have Seema. So Seema is here with us. Let's talk to her. Hi,
Hey,
Seema.
hey everyone. Hey,
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well and thank you for having me here.
It's really nice to have you, and I'm just looking forward to this exciting conversation that we were planning since long. And finally, we are here.
Yes, we've had multiple exciting conversations that people are not privy to. I'm glad they get to hear us have a conversation and actually see how amazing we are at figuring out others' businesses because that's where our strengths lie.
True, true. And it is really super awesome to have a conversation with you and know the things from your perspective, because I really love chatting with you like since couple of years, I guess, maybe months. And I remember our very first interaction where I was looking for an accountability partner, right? And we just got to we just got in touch with the help of a Facebook group, and that's how we are here.
Yes, yes. And I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, that's true. It is really super awesome. So let's get started with it. Like, let's introduce yourself. Like, what do you do? Where are you from?
So I am a business coach. I'm a mom to two girls, and I homeschool them. And if the Indian audience is not aware of what homeschooling is, I'm the teacher for kids, US citizens, and I'm in India right now because of some visa issues, and I don't want them to suddenly be put into an environment that they are not familiar with. And I got lucky that I could homeschool them, which means as an introvert for me, I'm spending a lot of energy with young kids, and I am also doing the marketing tasks, which is quite energy intensive if you do it the right way. So it's like I'm an introvert and I am trying to manage my energy and manage my time. And I realized a lot of other business women that I was talking to were talking about the same thing during the pandemic. And that is when I moved from being a WordPress developer to being a coach for introverts.
Wow, that's interesting. Really, that's interesting. And how about like finding like why would you like to really work with introverts specifically? What is so special about it?
So like I was saying, we introverts, we have this limited amount of energy when it comes to people, so we have to be very mindful of spending that energy. And moms, that is who I was mainly talking to, because that is who I was targeting as a developer, so that I can take away their overwhelm from technology and the time that it takes for you to learn and then manage or develop your WordPress website or even update it sometimes. So what I was hearing was, I don't have time for marketing at all. And I am exhausted by all the things that I have to do at school for the kids. The breakfast rush itself is draining, and so many things that was telling me, okay, you're an introvert. I get that now, because you are hesitant to talk to people and grow your business. Like, I am developing these beautiful websites for you, and you're saying, I don't have energy to use it. So that is what told me that these women need help in understanding how they can use their time, their energy, their personal strengths to start marketing, to connect with people. Because I believe marketing, as someone who is new to the online business space, is not sitting behind funnel or sitting behind your content. Because how do you get to know your audience? And if you don't get to know your audience, how can you connect with them? And if you don't connect with them, how can they trust you? So the build a know like trust thing that I was hearing as a service provider, it wasn't making sense until I was talking to these people, and I realized they are trying to implement all of these automations through their websites, the funnels, and all of these amazing non peoply things in an effort to save energy, and they were not signing clients. So, what is it that they can do? How can they manage their energy? Because that's the biggest thing. As a mom, energy is the biggest thing that we expend all day long, whether it's with our kids, with family, friends, and clients.
True, very true, right. And we need to always be mindful about what we would like to go for, right? Because all of our life and business should be aligned with how we are consuming our energy. And I guess like being an introvert is all about managing our energy wisely, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Seema, what if someone would, who is just watching our conversation and listening to, and not sure that whether they are introvert or not? Can you help them with like what kind of signs and symptoms, or maybe what are the ways someone can identify that they are introvert?
Okay. So the basic definition is introverts don't like people, but that is not true. I love having conversations. Like you and I have great conversations, and I
True.
love coaching. I love coaching people one on one. Group coaching kind of feels energy draining to me. Like I have to pay attention to so many people. That's a sign I'm an introvert and I have to be mindful of my energy. If you're shy talking to people, if you're shy trying to create videos, if you are unable to think how to speak to people in a way that you are understood, etc., those are not necessarily signs of introversion. They could be signs of trauma, probably anxiety, shyness, and are not signs of introversion. Even extroverts could have those things. The main way of figuring out if you're an introvert is not because you can't uh, go and talk to people, you're socially awkward. It's about you enjoy conversations, but you need to step back after a few, recharge, and then you're ready to have more conversations. Because, like I said, I love coaching. So if I'm coaching five women in a sequence, like consequentially, after that, I am drained, even though I was so energized by those conversations. I'm physically drained, which means it's time to step away from people, gather myself, gather my energy, and then get back to talking to people. So I will never schedule five conversations a day because I know my energy is not best. So I will break it apart. I will have a break so that I can gather my energy.
True, true. That is really fantastic thing that sometimes like in the rush things we can't like take focus on what we want actually, right? Because we always feel like okay, this is something that I have to do, and whether I have the energy or not, I should be putting all the efforts into it, and that's how the things ruin, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
True. So, like, how about like marketing ourselves as an introvert? Let's get into the actual topic of our today's conversation. That like, if someone can understand that, okay, I am an introvert,
Absolutely. Marketing.
right, right. Then how someone can market themselves as an introvert service provider?
See, the thing is, marketing, you have to understand what marketing actually means. Marketing is nothing but sharing about who you are and what you have for offer. Okay. Now, if it's a way of letting people know that you exist and you have a service, how can you do it? The In the past, people would do it by sharing flyers, or in real life, like a person in person way is to share flyers, go and tell the person that you have something to offer, run ads on TV, on billboards, and now you do it online. You are not sharing flyers uh, in the physical form, but you're sending emails. You're putting it on your social media channels that, hey, I exist and this is what I have for offer. The thing that is different when it comes to social media marketing now is there is absolutely no way for people to come, see, feel, know, look at your store and know that okay, this person is not going anywhere. So they have to look at that small screen in front of them, that picture of you, the AI generated backgrounds, and believe that you are a real person who's here. So it becomes essential that you showcase your personality, you show that you're a real human being who's here to stay, who's not here to scam people. So however you do that, whether it's educational content, whether it's sharing your food, your children's life, day-to-day life, how you do that is not that big a thing. It's just a thing of making sure that the person who's looking at you can see and tell, okay, this is a real person. So do it in your way. I personally don't share all of my life. I don't share what food we eat, which I am hesitant to share which location I am in. Like, I will not narrow down into the specific locations. I will give you a generalized idea. That is how personal I am. So that doesn't mean I'm not a real person. You'll get glimpses of me and my life by just the small things that I tell you, that we homeschool, that I have two kids, that on a Monday I'm struggling with my kids getting back to school, doing schoolwork because they had a long weekend. So those small things are enough if you sprinkle it along with your educational content, along with the things that you want to share, the things that you feel very strongly about, whether it is uh, politics or your personal health journey or mental uh, or personality development journey, whatever aspect of your life you want to share, share a little, because people need to know you're a real person, especially with the now upsurge of AI. It's even more important to humanize yourself so that you can differentiate yourself.
True, true. And I have seen people using AI generated cover pictures and profile pictures. Like, it is not what we are here for, right? People buy from people. Like, it is not like social media is just a tool. We should not be giving it as such priority that, okay, it is the only thing and I should not be showing up as who I am, right? That is the mistake that most of the times business owners do, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Even those people that you love seeing their curated pictures, they will disperse a few real pictures of themselves because they understand the very fact. Yes, amazing photo shoots. I had a very recent photo shoot. I had a event where I got nice pictures taken. We went, but when we went on a vacation, we took realistic pictures and I uploaded those. We were on a hike and I loved this, and I didn't just take pictures of the scenery. I took a couple of pictures with myself in the scene so that
Right.
okay, I'm really going to this place. I'm a human being. This is not content that I'm just giving my VA to upload for me because I'm very busy vacationing. That is not. If you look at the big 6 7 figure big business people, they intersperse their personal lives for this very reason.
Right. And while sharing things about our personal life, we need to understand that we have the all right to doing what we would like to do, right? We have that, we decide that what I want them to look at and what I want them to look at from which perspective. So we should not be feeling like I'll be very much vulnerable or I have to do it because everyone is doing it. Like, we need to make sure that what kind of perspective we have while doing that task, right?
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest misconception that most people have, but even introverts especially have, that social media is hard. Social media doesn't expect anything from you. It wants one thing and one thing only: keep my readers on my platform as long as possible. Now, you can do that by dancing like an idiot. People will laugh at you and stay on the platform. You can do that by being a professional dancer. Like, you just the thing of dancing, you can do it in multiple ways and keep the person. If dancing itself can be done in multiple ways to keep the person's attention, why not do what you can do best? If you can just sit as you are, like, without trying to make yourself up with a beautiful background, etc., etc., and talk to people. Those are some of the reels that I watch as well. not just watching entertaining reels or funny reels or animal reels or baby reels, etc. So it's all about the mindset that I'm coming to when I come to social media. So when you understand that people are often not coming for education when they are looking at small short form content like reels or captions, and you're not telling them lengthy stories in there, give them small snippets or tidbits, then definitely people will connect more. It's just a matter
Right.
of knowing who your audience is.
Right, right. So that's how we can like stay away as an introvert from the traditional marketing thing, right? By knowing ourselves that okay, what we are and what we are here to do for, like rather than like just flowing through what other people are doing and as they are doing, I should be doing it as well, and like thinking it the other way, right?
Absolutely. I mean, some of the most famous people are introverts, even actors. If you, I don't know in Bollywood, but some of the actors like Catherine Zeta-Jones, I don't know many, but it was quite surprising to hear that actors are introverted. Most old heroines, they didn't have the freedom to go and post stuff on social media. Now everyone has it, but they would sit quietly. Kajol, almost every Indian, especially the 90s kids, are aware of who Kajol is. She is a boisterous person, but she is not going to be the life of the party like everybody assumes that she's going to enjoy herself, and then she's going to retreat, keep her energy to herself. So you
Right,
don't have
right.
to follow the norms.
True, true. We can have our own as well, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And how about using our personality as an introvert in our favor when it comes to the marketing? What are your thoughts regarding the same?
For that, it's very important to understand what your personality is, and a lot of people do not want to introspect and look at what is there. They're like, give me the things, give me what I need to do, I will do it.
Right. Right.
Many can push through. There is no doubt that
True.
introverts will learn to dance, will learn to create amazing transitions and do it. The thing is, if it's working for you, by all means go ahead, do not stop, do not listen to what I have to say next. If it's not working for you, as in if it's exhausting you to the point where you dread having to create that kind of content, stop. Stop right away. Nobody is making you do it other than your own thoughts that this is how it has to be.
True, true. And in the marketing world, like everyone is looking for one size fit for all concept, right? And it don't even exist, right? That as someone else is doing this and they are having results, it is not always necessary that if you are going to follow the same path, doing the same kind of things, you will have the same results because everyone is unique, right? Everyone have their own personality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's
Very
it's
true.
if you look at art, there are so many artists. Everybody's using the same few colors, same brushes, same few techniques, and yet so many artists. If you look at singers, there are so many. There is that uniqueness in you, just the way you sing. You don't have to compel yourself. Like, I have been there. Don't mistake that I am an like I knew everything and I came out from mother knowing all of this. I went through the same struggle. Like, what makes me unique? What makes me unique? Tell me somebody. Like, give me a course or give me a podcast episode. I have done all the research and scouring, and sometimes I still fall into the trap trying to. I forget that there is no one really like me because of the life experiences that I have had, because of the relationships that I have. All of that makes me unique. So in trying to be unique like somebody else, you're stopping being unique yourself.
Right, right. And like most of the times when we are doing that kind of stuff, we always have that stuff in that mind that okay, it is working for them, it is going to work for me for sure. I should not be even think twice, right? And most of the times, the gurus also advise the same thing. Obviously you have to surrender if you would like to get the results, but before checking, like before introspecting and investigating that whether they are the right kind of person, whether they have the same kind of personality or not. And that's why like being an introvert business coach makes you difference, right? Because if someone would really like to would have been through the whole struggle and process that okay, this is something that I am, and then like you are the right person for them, right?
Absolutely.
So
And it's also the kind of marketing messages that you hear. Like every course creator is trying to grow the number of students that they have. So, in an effort to do that, they are trying to make their curriculum as generalized as possible so that more people can fit in. And when you look at it from their perspective, that's great marketing. But when you look at
right.
it as how it's going to benefit you, honestly, as a brand new business owner, you need to know yourself first instead of trying to see if you can fit into their ideal client list of personality, because it just makes it easy to fall into the generic trap and think, yeah, this definitely will help me because their marketing copy is amazing. I am not at all denying that. but but in spite of being all the things that they have listed, is that truly you? Only you can answer. They can never help you figure that out. They can only generically tell, like many people offer calls to make sure that you're the right fit for the course, and they can only do an overall generic assessment. You are responsible. And I have this very strong opinion about investing like indie, but do not think that that is your elixir, magic elixir that'll suddenly make you immortal. No, you still will feel pain. You will still have to fight through. You're immortal doesn't mean you're escaping all the other things that life brings you. You're just not going to die. That's it. But you'll feel pain. You will have to do the things physically. You'll have to eat every day. You'll have to walk. You'll have to fight. Everything is so when that happens, suddenly you're saying the course didn't help me, it is not what I was looking for. And then you see the testimonials and then you say there must be something wrong with me. If it has worked with so many people and not me, there must be something wrong with me. I am probably not cut out for this entrepreneurial uh, thing that everyone else is able to do it. Oh my God, as introverts, we are overthinkers. We can overthink every scenario and make it mean something really terrible and put it on our introverted personality. And I want to be the person who keeps you from doing that self-deprecating thing.
True, true, very true. Like, and always like we need to remember that someone can give us the path. We need to walk on it, right? And on walking that path, like our personality type can matters, can like help us a lot, right? Because they have given you the path that they have walked on, and it is actually working for them because it is matching with their type and their style of working, right? It's not always necessary that it works for everyone, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So, what are the ways and tools and techniques that someone can use to grow their business as an introvert, according to you?
Social media. I know every introvert will cringe after hearing that. But social media is changing. Like as of now, just before this call, I came to know that on Twitter, at least, I don't know if it's with every other social media platform, Twitter's content is going to be restricted. Like the For You page is going to be filled with verified people, and to get verified, you have to pay. And this is their way of avoiding the AI generated to be front and center. No doubt. But now you have to pay to use social media. So before all the platforms get into this kind of a space, please connect with people on social media. It's still free for you, leverage the free resource, because all those stores, the brick and mortar stores that people have built, hundreds of thousands of um, money in loan and stay in debt for years for their business to grow into generating profit. You don't have that problem. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have to invest any time, any money. You just don't have to invest at such a large scale. So, use social media. Social media is not your enemy. Creating content is not your enemy. It becomes the thing of contention when you start putting, I should be doing it like this person is doing it or that person is doing it. Honestly, leverage what your strength is. I i find it very hard to write. Writing takes me the longest time. Sit and talk to me and you will find gem after gem falling from our conversation. But ask me to write and I overthink. I'm an overthinker, recovering overthinker. So my thoughts jump so fast that my whole content becomes very incoherent, and I forget how I connected so many different things, and it has become such a mess. But I'm great at talking. Instead of saying I should write amazing blog posts, it is going. I have tried it. It was very painful. So I do audio and video content because that is where my strength lies. I feel energized when I have a conversation with someone, and when that's a marketing piece, amazing. You don't have to always write. Use that audio, take snippets from it, and create tidbits and write captions with just five templated graphics. You're set on Instagram, you're set on Facebook. I don't know how many other platforms work. Everything can be templated. You can purchase templates if you're not good at graphics. You don't have to kill yourself into learning Canva, how to brand, how to use colors, etc. Buy templates, make things easy, work with your strengths.
True, very true, very true. Like we
That's the
always
most
need to
important thing.
navigate.
Use social media. Yes.
Right. We always need to navigate the stuff according to what I would like to have, right? And that should be always in the couple of hours or couple of months or years in the starting of the business. That what are the ways I would
Yes.
like to move forward with.
Yes. The second thing that I want you to focus on, understand you're new, so you have a lot of time, very little money, which means do not waste that time being backstage. Be front and center. It doesn't matter if you have a company name, if you have an LLC, DBA, or all other legal things. You're a one person show. Let people know. Don't use phrases like we as if you're a big company until you turn into a big company. Even if you have just two people, you're a big enough company. So then use the term we. Otherwise, be front and center. I don't want you to take new photographs every single day, 5 photographs. Have your kid take your photos, post those, and that's still fine. Stand in front of the mirror, get dressed a little bit, take photos. Use AI, which is a blessing and a curse right now, and let it edit your photos for you. Okay, have 5 photos, keep reusing them. Do not make an excuse and use your time to connect with people, get to know your audience, because later, when you have a lot of clients, you will struggle to find time. You'll have to find someone else, hire them to do the market research for you. So don't say I don't have time. You have a lot of time right now.
Right. Right. It is the really the best ever thing that someone can do in their business. So how about like giving top tier advices to someone who is just starting their business as an introvert in a nutshell?
Okay. Now, if you are really brand new, like you have no idea what your business is, take 6 months just to learn. Don't fall for those testimonials where the person found their first client in 3 months and made their first K in 6 months. Possible. Your inspiration and motivation, but Understand babies are born after 9 months. Plants grow, like a crop cycle is 3 to 4 months. You cannot sow the seed and expect to harvest. So understand your seed, the quality of it, the ground, all of that matter. So your idea is just the seed. If it's not high quality, you have to figure out how to make it high quality. Your mindset, if it's not on point, which means if you have a lot of fear you back, then all you're doing is the backstage stuff. Stop doing. Put a pin on that learning after a point. Like if you want to learn something new, keep a deadline. At the end of 3 days, I will stop researching via Google and I will start researching by putting myself out there. If you're thinking about content, okay, don't listen to another podcast for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Use the information from that podcast for those 4 weeks and see what's working, what's not working. So, my biggest advice is put a pin on learning and start implementing. You will fail.
Right.
That's the
Right.
right way of doing. I don't care which guru says, I'll help you stop failing. Let me give you in on a bond paper that they failed a million times, and that is why they are in that phase of lots of money, lots of clients. If they had not failed so much, they wouldn't know how to help you and their course wouldn't be as good. So stop trying to get the best way so you don't have to bear through the pain. There is a threshold where you should say, okay, this is not right. I need support. Understand, put a thing like put a boundary, but don't say that I want the best strategy. Until I find the best strategy, I'm going to research. That's never happening. Honestly, like every experienced business owner will tell you that.
True.
The
True.
next thing,
Very true.
the next thing
Yeah.
that I hear, that I hear often, I want to outsource marketing and sales.
In the starting part of their business, in the starting years of their
See,
business.
look at the big MNCs. They have an entire department dedicated to marketing and an entire department to sales. So, what does that tell you? Marketing and sales are very important. Even if you have a 20, 30 people team, you're still a very small company. You cannot grow to 20, 30 people team if you yourself are not strong at both marketing and sales. If all you wanted to do work, please don't take this as me being negative, but you should be an employee, not a business owner. If all you want a list of tasks to be done and you want to complete, that's an employee mindset. I want you to be very clear. I want you to understand marketing and sales is not what strategy you're using. It's about connecting with your potential clients at where they are and having developing the skill to be able to explain to them that you are the answer that they are looking for, and then helping them make the decision that yes, they want to work with you. That is marketing and sales. How you do it can be sit and talk to people one on one every day, all day long, or use content marketing, or use networking, whatever works for you. But don't. I have done this. That's why I know. Don't have the mindset that when will I be able to like outsource marketing and sales? When will I be able to? That is not helping you at all on your journey.
Right. Right. We need to know that what are the bottlenecks of the business, right? And that can't be outsourced like in the very initial stage of a business, because we want to learn, like run it for the next years to come, right? We are not here for a few couple of years
Yeah,
and then do the
absolutely.
other thing, right?
Exactly, exactly. And that's the thing. If you call yourself a freelancer, then there is the mentality of why do I have to do marketing and sales? Yeah, the platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, and if there are any other platforms, they do a lot of marketing for you. You're only the only thing that you have to do is become better at sales, but they're handling the marketing part. If you're a business, you have to handle all of it by yourself. So trying to outsource that at the early stages is not beneficial for you, because then when you decide to change direction, pivot from whatever you're doing currently, you will need to find another team who will do the marketing for you. How long can you keep outsourcing this thing where people are trying to connect with you and you have a barrier of somebody else marketing for you?
True, true. And business is all about creating connections and relationships, right? In that case, we can't give that task to create connections to someone else who don't know enough about our business. Like it would be a disaster for a business, I would say, right?
Exactly. They can do a generic thing, but then don't pay anybody right now. Use AI and see how it does for you, because they are not going to be able to instill your personality into your marketing as them. It's a hard job. And if they are able to do that, you cannot afford them. Understand that. High quality of work doesn't come cheap in any aspect of life.
Very true, very true. Right. That's the exact thing that no, someone in the initial stage of their business should learn and understand and actually grasp. Because like we can see a few other practices in the market, and like everyone is doing good by doing this. So like the same thing that okay, it is working for them. I should also have some like someone like after having couple of clients, and that's where the business like because being a business owner in each stage of our business, we need to grow, right? We need to learn things and start doing things differently. And if we do not, like the business gets affected, right?
Exactly. Also, it is mainly like, I feel this mindset is mainly necessary for the service because you're a pet groomer or a pet trainer. You're dealing with the pet ultimately, but who are you making the sale to? It's the human being who has the pet. Or if you're a teacher or a tutor, it's still a human being that you're talking to in your marketing and your sales. And if you're going to avoid talking to them, how are you going to create the right kind of product that is going to actually help them? Like, yeah, if you go to a doctor, the doctor immediately hands out a pill because you said the word stomach ache. That would be disastrous. It's the same. They sit, ask you questions, diagnose, and then they decide what is the right pill.
True. True, Seema. So it was really fantastic conversation with you, and I hope our audience have enjoyed a lot from this discussion. And what if someone would like to get in touch with you and know more about your services and how you work, like how they can get in touch with you?
You can connect with me on Instagram. My handle is my name, Seema Pateel, and that's the best place. You can see the kind of coach that I am. You can see my personality on Instagram, and yeah, that's the best place. If you want um, to work with me,
Wow.
even for that, like you need to understand what kind of a person I am, and my Instagram content will tell you exactly the kind of person I am. So I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Right. Fantastic, Seema. It was really nice talking to you, and it was a really valuable conversation, and I really loved it much.
Thank you. It was really amazing talking to you. I hope your audience finds great value in this conversation.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Seema. Bye.